Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me see who was here first. It's always nice to know while I get the slides up. Rodney Jackson, thank you so much for being here first. All right. I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. So let's make it do what it do. Okay. Hey, Legs, Lydia Washington, Bunny Rose, Brenda Gray, Tara Lovett, Mary H. Welcome, welcome. Um, okay, Hazel Jones is here. Compton Caligal. Very good. Okay. Look like they're obsessed. Gosh, this is not my nicest thumbnail, is it? It seems to be missing something. It is rather basic, isn't it? But it gets the job done. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They are obsessed. Okay. So, the big reveal. This is what I guess Meghan was talking about when they were saying that they have come up with another, or that there would be a surprise or something like that. Um, so that looks like a key, and you can pick and choose. You see there? 3 as ever wines for your choosing, presented for gifting in our signature wooden wine crate. Prices start at $163, including crate and 3 bottles. Um, Fill your crate, choose 3 bottles. Okay, so there's 3 bottles you can choose, which of course is the rosé, the what is that? The something Cabernet Blanc, something like that. And then there's the bubbly, the brut. So you can choose from those. So, okay, it starts at 163. You know what that means, right? If you get all, let's say, the bubbly stuff, the brut, if you get 3 bottles of that, of course, that's going to cost way more money because those bottles are about, oh, oh, don't let me start quoting the prices. I made a mistake doing that before. But see there, our signature wooden gift crate is handcrafted from natural pine with rustic patina finish and fire branded with our logo for elegant gifting. Select 3 bottles of as ever wine for an extra special delivery. Your favorite wine aficionado is sure to love it. So, yes, I want that box. Remember when they showed that box at the Godmother bookstore? And remember I said, "Huh, I wonder if that box is for sale or is it just for display?" Now we know that Meghan has given out those gifts to certain people, friends, like a press related gift or whatever. They received that wooden box, but until now, there was no way for us to get it, but now you can. So, well, it is very nice though. It is nice. But remember, if you want that box, the price starts at as low as 163. And I'm not going to do the math because I messed up doing that before, but you figure it out. Okay? You figure it out. just go on the website and start choosing your wines. I'm trying to think what combination starts at 163. I'm not sure, but there you go. Enjoy $20 flat rate shipping up to one case in the continental United States. Additional shipping charges apply for larger orders and shipping to Hawaii. An adult signature, 21 plus, is required for all three deliveries. I'm sorry, for all wine deliveries. If you won't be home during delivery hours, you may select a local retail pickup option at checkout. Shipping is not available to Alaska, Delaware, Rhode Island, or Utah. In Hawaii, shipping is only available to the counties of Hawaii and is that, I don't know, Kui? International shipping is currently unavailable. I repeat, international shipping is currently unavailable. If you're in a location experiencing high temperatures, consider shipping priority overnight or choosing delivery to a local retail pickup location. Yeah, so if you live someplace that is extremely hot, you don't want your wine to get ruined by that heat. So you should make sure you order it express or the fastest way you can get it, because you definitely do not want it sitting in some place that is not climate control or, that kind of thing. So it is a time sensitive order if you live someplace that is extremely hot. Okay? Don't want to ruin it. All right, so this guy, we listened to this yesterday, right? I found a longer version of this guy. You may remember him because he's the one who told those others, if you don't like it, shut it off. If it does not please you, shut it off. Nobody's making you watch it, right? Well, this longer one, it sounds better. And anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and cue that up for you. Okay, you all ready?
Friends of Meghan, but I do think it's you met her. Like if you don't talk about her, she won't annoy you. And it's like everyone who talks about her has never met her, and it's like, I don't know why any of you care.
Well, she keeps doing TV shows.
Well, don't watch them then. Lots of you do TV shows. Lots of people don't watch that either. They get wound up. Just change channel. There's lots of other options out there.
Yeah, but no, not this one.
No, stay on this one, please.
This one you have to watch.
This is feeding.
You have to. No, because also this will just to let viewers into something, which is that our Westminster studios are 2 floors above the Prime Minister's nuclear bunker. So in the event of the nuclear terrorist attack or whatever happens, conceivably...
You say the one as if
it would, well, yeah, because it'd be the only one, wouldn't it? GB News would be the only news channel available, because we'd be the only one.
You'd be like the general saying, this is not the coup.
Yeah, this is not... we've seen them all off, it's just us now. It's
it's a self-perpetuating thing. The reason she gets commissions is because people like us talk about it, because we get wound up by it. So she gets...
It's very all right, though, because he looks really, really depressed.
I think he's fine.
Yeah?
I'm sure he's fine, yeah.
Okay.
It's not something I'm going to talk about at great length.
Okay, fair enough. Well, there you go.
But he's not, I mean, I wouldn't say he's all right. I mean, it's fine.
think that the reason that we talk about her is because she's so jolly annoying.
No, you talk about her because it gets clicks and views, and the public are being negative.
Honestly, I think she's really annoying.
Well, but there's lots of things that's annoying. I ignore them. I find mosquitoes annoying. I don't live anywhere where they are.
Yeah, but you've got repellent on, don't you?
When I,
Sure you own half of Scotland, Archie. I mean, come on.
but like, if you find something annoying, you don't. I mean, you've got plenty of colleagues you find annoying. You probably don't see them.
So Archie, I was looking.
We're all going very well together at GB News.
So I was looking in the Daily Mail today when I.
Okay, hold your breath. This is the most clever thing that Blondie has said all year. This is her big moment. This is where she's going to show you that she is underpaid and underutilized and unappreciated. Oh, she has such an amazing sense of humor. Wait till you hear it.
With my mother in hospital. Page 3, I come to Meghan.
Page 3, is it page 3?
Good.
Good.
On, and I find something far more interesting. And Howdy meet.
Oh, it looks nice, that
Quick,
pie.
go and buy the pie.
That looks a hell of a lot better than that stuff that on her video.
Anna, the great joy of a newspaper is if you're not interested in an article, you turn the page. I can teach you how to do it. It's amazing.
We did it.
It's an old fashioned,
We did
but it works.
Okay. So, yeah, I love that guy. He said, if you're not interested, just turn the page. Turn it off. Make it easy on yourself. Just turn it off. Instead of going on to these platforms, or in this case, what's trying to pass itself as a television station, instead of torturing yourself, just stop talking about her. It's just that simple. But they won't do it because that is their bread and butter. That is their stock and trade. So her big clever joke is, oh, I saw this ad for Audi and they have a meat pie and it's so much more interesting than that stuff that she makes. Interesting to whom? Anyway, it's not the least bit funny. But yeah, so love this guy. Now, imagine claiming that someone is irrelevant, but then flying 5,500, that's 5,500 miles, to go and stalk her. At this stage, Montecito police need to start a fixated persons list. It will be full of British journalists. And of course, we all know which one we're thinking about right now, and that is Jan Moore. Jan wanted to know how much. Jan Moore visits Meghan's new pop-up shop in Montecito. It's not the first time that's happened. This obsession that she has gone so far beyond just a casual curiosity. It has gone far beyond anything that is work related. This here is personal, very personal. And there she is doing her little, I guess, Meghan wine samba or something like that. I don't know what she's doing, but as I said yesterday, she's had a few sips. And now she thinks that she is trim enough to cross her legs comfortably, which obviously she cannot. It required her to lower one leg in order to somehow grab the bottom of the other pants and just, pull it as hard as she could. Believe me, I don't know who's taking this photo, but I bet she couldn't wait to get that leg down. There is so much tension holding that leg close to her. If she sneezes, she is going to kick that ice bucket into the neighbor's yard. What am I saying, neighbor? We know that's not her place. I mean, look at the palm trees. Look at the palm trees. You can tell that she actually went to Montecito, okay, and got the wine. And then she sipped it right there. But this is not the most recent visit. This is not the most recent visit. We know when the wine came out, okay? Now, I cannot say, with all certainty that that is in California, that she's in California. But unless she had that wine sent someplace south of the UK to some resort or something like that, it just seems to me like she is out in California sipping wine. But again, I don't know that for sure. I cannot confirm that with all certainty, but the obsession is real. Imagine someone as conspicuous as Jan Moore trying to tip around and get in your business. You're a conspicuous woman designed to stick out. Yes, as Maggie Smith told Whoopi Goldberg in the movie Sister Act, absolutely not. You're a conspicuous woman designed to stick out. Well, I'm pretty sure that that's what Jan Moore's license says. I bet you when you look at her license, when she has to hand her license over to say, let's cash a check or whatever, it probably says so right there. You're a conspicuous woman designed to stick out. Trust me, everything about her sticks out. Everything. There's no way that she can be subtle, that somehow she can, what is the word? Blend in. There's nothing about her that blends in. Unless there is I don't know, Comic-Con. Yeah, unless she goes to a Comic-Con, I don't know how she can blend in. Now, this is the reason why I wanted to share this with you again tonight. So I cannot share that video of her sitting there in such great despair. But remember, I said she made a comment about Meghan's calligraphy, which she designed herself. So she's saying that Meghan designed the labels or whatever using her calligraphy, right? So she said, well, something, 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 which she designed herself with her calligraphy that I find menacing. So yesterday I said, what was the word I used yesterday? It wasn't menacing, it was sinister. Well, she didn't say sinister, she said menacing. Either one is just as bad as the other. Either one implies that Meghan is using her skill in calligraphy for some twisted purpose. I don't get what that is supposed to be. I don't know why she's saying that, except for she has hate in her heart for the Duchess. Jan Moore is a gifted writer. She really is. She's a very gifted writer. And yet she wastes her skills with this obsession with all things Meghan. I don't know how to tell her this, but Prince Harry don't want you. He never wanted you. He's never going to think about you. You are never, ever going to have Prince Harry, and he is not interested in you. There's nothing about Jan Moore that is going to go on a conveyor belt and Harry's going to say, yep, that one right there. Oh, I got to meet her. I'm obsessed with her. She completes me. That ain't going to happen. That is not going to happen. Now, back in New York, in the 1970s, was it? They had one of their very famous blackouts. Remember that? The streets were lawless. Crime was rampant. People were afraid. Most people just stayed home. They had block parties. People would go out on their balconies and like have a little party or whatever. It was New York. It was the 70s. It was a blackout. So what am I saying? Well, if Harry was born sooner and he lived in New York, and there happened to be one of those blackouts, then and only then would she have the slightest, I mean, minuscule chance of trapping Harry with her womanly wiles. But until such thing happens, I wouldn't bet the farm on it. Inside Meghan's Montecito, Jan Moore visits the California home of the Duchess and finds out exactly why she may never want to leave. Notice the date. That's September of 2024. Now, that may have been her second visit to Montecito, or it may have been her first. I really don't know. But I know that she's been there at least 2 times, but I'm thinking possibly 3. And of course, on none of those occasions does she ever actually see the Duchess of Sussex. And like I said, it would be terribly difficult for someone like Jan Moore, a conspicuous woman designed to stick out. It would be very difficult for her to just sneak up on you. Oh, I would see her a mile away. A mile away. Now, let me tell you, where there's makeup, there's hope. Where there's a hairstylist, there's hope. So maybe Harry just never saw this Jan. Woo, look at her. She's hot stuff, ain't she? You know, all it takes is some bangs, or as you all say in the UK, fringe. You want to pull that hair down, you know, over at least one eye, no matter which direction. But you want to pull that hair down over at least one eye. That way you can have that flirtatious look. Do 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 do. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich? Is he someone like me? You know, very seductive. Otherwise, she'll sneak up on you. Why am I thinking about that Hall & Oates song? Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man-eater. Why am I thinking of that song? I don't know. But yeah, she is not beyond seductive. I mean, after all you got to do is keep pulling hair over her face. Yeah, just keep pulling that hair down the front. Pull it down. A little bit more. More. No, more. Like Jan Moore. Anyway, that really needs to stop. Why don't she talk about something constructive? Something that would benefit the people of the United Kingdom. Why don't she talk about some of that stuff? I don't know. I'm going to stay out of her business. And I don't know. I'll let her just keep pulling hair down in the front. Eventually, she's got to get it right. Now, Meghan wows in Paris. Meghan Sussex makes surprise appearance at the Paris Fashion Week in the first visit to Europe for more than 2 years. That photo on the left side, I don't know. I think maybe within this past week that photo came out. You know, there was so many photos from the trip to Paris. It's hard to know whether or not you've missed one, but I have it on good authority that this one we have not seen. And his name is Pier Paolo Piccoli. Pier Paolo Piccoli. And he is the creative director of Balenciaga. Right? And so they have been friends for years, right? And there was a bit of controversy, thanks to the tabloids, who need to believe that Meghan pushed her way in, but she didn't. It was just a couple of friends, two people that are connected by the fashion industry that decided, hey, why don't you come? Sure, I'd love to be there. Or maybe it was Meghan said, I wish I could be there. I would love to be there. You know, something you say in passing. And the next thing you know, they're making plans. Now, see, this is where the haters' theory about Meghan pushing her way in starts to fall apart. And I mean, it really falls apart because Meghan didn't just show up. Meghan was the moment. Obviously, there was a great deal of coordination with Pier Paolo and the Duchess of Sussex, and collectively, or I'm sorry, you know, their teams, they put this whole thing together. This was not by chance. Meghan didn't just show up in an outfit of his design. It was designed for her. Obviously, there were fittings involved. Whatever the case may be, and let me tell you guys, when they do a fitting, uh-oh. Oh boy. I hope you guys can still hear me. Okay, you know what? I accidentally locked the computer. I don't know how I did that. But yeah, when they do a fitting, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Yes, you can. Okay, yeah. You guys can hear me. All right, great. So when they do a fitting, they actually fly the outfit wherever the customer is located. That is what they do in couture. They will fly that outfit. Meghan didn't have to go to Paris. Paris came to Meghan. Essentially, Paris came to Meghan. I'm just speculating, but I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. The design is put together with her measurements, and then they fly someone from the couturier to the Duchess of Sussex, and they'll do a fitting. Now, usually, it is not the designer. It is one of the team that works for that fashion house. So it is more than, oh, Meghan just showed up or Meghan pushed her way in. That did not happen. Meghan was invited. This is not, oh, I'll comp you a ticket. No, this is not, I'll comp you a ticket. Now, the nature of this visit, was she paid? Was it just a favor for a friend? Was she paid and it also was a favor for a friend? We don't know. But whatever it was or whatever it wasn't, Meghan has managed to do something that very few people have ever done in their lives. She owned Fashion Week. Nothing that came before or after Meghan's visit matters because a week later, 2 weeks later, everybody was still talking about what? Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, the way she just floated in there in that ethereal white suit with the big wrap shawl. It was brilliant. People made jokes about it. Oh, it looks like a roll of toilet paper, whatever they were saying. Does not matter. Meghan was a showstopper, an absolute showstopper. And there is nothing that is ever going to take anything away from that. How about Plum? Plum, Tom Sykes' sister Plum. with all of her negativity and hatred. It doesn't matter. Plum had the nerves to say that Meghan's outfit did not fit properly. Isn't fashion really subjective? It's very subjective. It's what you make of it. Some things are oversized, some things are very tight, some things are form-fitting, and some things are not. She claimed that Meghan is too young not to show off more of her figure. When Meghan wants to show off her figure, she shows off her figure. And when she chooses to not do that, she won't. But I tell you what, there's nobody lining up to see Plum show her figure. There's the least curiosity in the world, the very least, for anybody who wants Tom Sykes' sister Plum to show off her figure. Not in this decade, anyway. And I doubt if they wanted that 20 years ago, but I digress. Okay, so let me keep, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do that one yet. All right, so let me dissect this one right here. It says, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, made a surprise appearance at her first Paris Fashion Week show wearing 2 custom looks. How did that happen? You know what? People still aren't really sure. Meghan and I met some years ago, and we've been texting ever since. She reached out and said she'd love, that is, to come to the show. Okay, she loved to come to the show. I didn't tell anyone she was coming because I wanted it to stay a surprise. In fashion, real surprises are rare, and this one was beautiful. So it was a conversation between friends, period. It does not suggest that Meghan asked to be the center of attention. That was in all likelihood their idea. What? The Duchess of Sussex wants to come to Fashion Week? Yes, Meghan was reaching out to support a friend. But like anything else, it suddenly became much bigger. It took on a life of its own. So to try and make it seem very petty and tawdry, like Meghan, oh, you got to get me in there. If not, there'll be hell to pay. That did not happen. So it doesn't matter who suggested it first. It doesn't matter how it came about. All that matters is Meghan owned Fashion Week. She owned it. And they just can't take it. And the thing that really bothers them is that Will and Kate had come up with this diabolical plan to do some busy work before the Sussexes showed up in New York, right? They were going to try to really offset and overshadow the Sussexes, something they have never been successfully able to do. But they were trying it again, and they failed. They tried and they failed because people were talking about what? Paris. Paris was like a delicious wine. It lingered on the palate, right? And people just couldn't get enough of it. You just had to pour another glass. That was something that really upset the order. It was unexpected, and no one saw it coming. And the Royal Rota, they are sick and tired of being sick and tired of having absolutely no clue when something big is about to happen. Could you imagine how much press they would have had over there had they known? But nobody leaked. Nobody leaked. they managed to execute this epic appearance and nobody leaked. Such is the power of the British tabloid media. They may be able to smear someone's character. They may be able to use a lot of revisionist history, but keeping up with the Sussexes, not so much. How did they get out of the US and go to Colombia and to Nigeria? And nobody knew about it until they wanted them to know. No one from those countries leaked the information. No one stateside leaked the information. Now, if they are the big attention-seeking people that they claim they are, well, that wouldn't have happened. They would have been dropping hints left, right, and center. But that did not happen. Now, I don't think you all saw this one. I only just found, I don't know, I think I found this like a week ago, and I kept meaning to share it with you guys, and I never got around to it. I love that one. I really do love that one. It is not the most professional image. It's just perfect, though. I love it in every way. It's yeah, I don't know what it is about it, but I really do love this one right here. Our Duchess in Paris, stealing the show, taking over Fashion Week. And of course, this lady who I believe she's been at Harper's Bazaar for 4 years, right? And her name is Samira Nasser. Samira Nasser. And let's see. It says here, Samira Nasser, Harper's Bazaar editor-in-chief, visited Duchess. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you this. There it is on the left side. There is a video. There's a video, but I neglected to prepare it for you. But as you can see, oh, let me get my face off of here. There you go. As you can see, while they were doing the fashion shoot, when Meghan was, like with her back to the wall there, and they were like, giving her all the instructions and motivation, Samira came to check to see how things were going, and she gave Meghan the biggest, warmest hug. It was very sweet. So it says, Samira Nasser, Harper's Bazaar editor-in-chief, visited Duchess Meghan Sussex in this behind-the-scenes shoot. So as you can see, editor-in-chief, Harper's Bazaar, the first Black woman to hold the top job at Harper's Bazaar. The experienced stylist and editor is putting her stamp on the over a century and a half old title. Samira Nasser is the editor-in-chief of Harper's Bazaar and the first Black woman to hold the position. I don't know why it repeats like that, but there you have it. But yeah, so she has a son. I believe the article that I saw, I've been like reading up on her. I believe she adopted a son some years ago. And when she found out that she was getting the job as editor-in-chief, she was actually in the park playing with her son, and she got the phone call. And yeah, it was not a prank call. It was very true. And she says the fashion industry is exciting to her. And the whole like mechanics of getting like everything out to the consumer is a big thrill for her. So yeah, if you can, try to catch one of those interviews with her. You'll find some on the YouTube or wherever you can find it. A very interesting story. And she actually was brought to tears when they were asking her about, the future of fashion and it was very touching. It was very touching. So I would recommend that you try to read up on her. But let's see. I think her father is from Lebanon and her mother is from Trinidad. So, yeah, very cool. Anyway, we got to give her some flowers for her hard work and for being so supportive to the Duchess of Sussex. All right, so cool. Okay, I'm going to take a look at some of your comments. I have not been looking at the comments at all. Let's see. Oh, Anne is here. Hey, Anne. Anne from Duchess of Success is here. I see that. You guys have been talking to her. I'm scrolling back, you guys. Let me see here. Meghan elevated that brand from streetwear. Well, you know, years ago, Balenciaga wasn't so, how do I put it? It wasn't so edgy and hardcore. But when you have a creative director, I mean, it really is their decision to take it in a certain direction. And yeah, I told you guys, I am like really interested in how the fashion world works because there's a lot of stories and personalities there. And I feel like I learned a whole lot about that when I was reading, what is that, Beyond the Chiffon Trenches, Andre Leon Talley. And it's also very interesting, Black people in those spaces. If you guys have never heard of the Battle of Versailles, when they had there's a documentary, actually there's a couple of those documentaries about how the fashion world, the old fashion world of Europe, discovered Black models. For a long time, Black models were not welcome in fashion, especially the fashion shows. And so back in the 70s, I want to say it was 1974, all of that changed when they had the Battle of Versailles. And it's a very long story. I won't try to cover that here, but or maybe I can in the future, but it's a very interesting story. And you'll recognize a lot of the names like Houston and oh gosh, who was that? Was it Anne Klein? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, Beth Ann Hardaway. I hope I'm saying her name right. She has been like the godmother to the fashion industry, and in particular when it comes to Black models. She has done more than just about anybody I can think of to make a place for Black women in the fashion industry. So it's a very interesting story. And I have learned a whole lot about it. But it is really wearable art. And it is also something that shapes a person's personality, how you dress, and really shapes your personality for the day. I mean, it doesn't define who you are, but it's like you can really go into character, right? Sometimes clothing help you get into character. It really brings out the best of you. So, yeah, so try to check that out. The Battle of Versailles. All right, I'm going to keep it moving then. Hey, soul brother. And of course, this is my own little thing here where I did the side by side. I found a little like torn paper type of thing. And anyway, I kind of rigged that together myself, but I thought it was a cool way to contrast the black and white outfits. And don't forget, that night, a lot of rumors about the Duchess of Sussex and Anna Wintour. Well, that was blown to hell because people thought that there was like something between them. There absolutely is not. Certainly is not. It's like anything else. If the Sussexes do not appear on the red carpet, then that means they're not welcome. If the Sussexes are not on magazine covers, then that means nobody asked them, right? And so on and so on. There's a time and a place for everything. And there are a lot of people that offer the Sussexes opportunities on a daily basis. But you have to be very selective about what you will throw your support behind, what you want to do in terms of your public face. It's not something that you could just get overly excited about because it may not be the right time. Timing is everything. Now, Mark Cuban said that the Sussexes could make $1 billion in their lifetime, but they have to choose their projects carefully. And even though there's this menacing press corps out there that would like for you to believe that everything that they do is so ridiculous and everything is so ill-timed and they are inexperienced and they keep losing people. Everyone's running for the hills. Nobody wants to work for them. We know all of that is a big lie. If someone comes in to work a contract for 3 months, 6 months, when their contract ends, the Sussexes say, thank you very much. Great work. Hope we can work together again in the future. The tabloid media, they say, oh, Meghan was like a dictator in heels. Harry was not sure what he wanted. They didn't take that person's advice. And blah, blah, blah. They want to frame it in a way that is disparaging to the Sussexes. But the thing is, they don't know. The same people who didn't know that they were going to Nigeria or Colombia, the same people who did not see Fashion Week coming, not just Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. The same people who didn't see that coming are the same people who have no idea what's going on in the hallowed halls of Archwell. And they're not likely to know. They will know when the Sussexes want them to know, and not a minute sooner. So, Meghan is trolled for a Paris video because the internet is the worst. Yet again, what we know about that. Meghan was trolled for a lot of things for Fashion Week, but for all of 2025, I cannot say it was the best thing that happened to the Sussexes, but it was the biggest thing that happened to Meghan because it was super, super unexpected. And that's something that only comes around once in a lifetime. Taking Fashion Week like that is like, you know how at the Oscars someone has that it dress? You know, the next day everybody say, did you see the dress? You don't even have to say who wore it. You just say, did you see the dress? Like Halle Berry, did you see the dress? That's what this is. That's what this is. It's one of those moments. Did you see Meghan? You don't even have to say where. Everybody know you meant Fashion Week. That's how big this was. And they are doing everything they can to downplay it. There's nothing to downplay. She won, period. She won, and they cannot take that away from her. She won Fashion Week, and nobody knew she was there. until they wanted them to know. And then there's this. Okay, can we please stop applauding celebrities like Meghan for posing makeup free? I don't know, but I have a feeling that there's going to be more articles. There's already the one on the right side. Now that one is not so vicious. As a matter of fact, I don't reckon that it's bad at all. But still, they want to have a conversation. This person, the article on the right, they weren't really going after Meghan, but it was like a reminder that some people do not have the ability to go makeup free without people staring at them or whatever. They featured someone, I don't know if it was a writer, I can't remember, someone who had really bad acne. And they said it's the kind of acne where people ask you, have you always had acne? That sort of thing. But surely something like that will start a conversation. But the big difference is the article on the left, by them saying, can we please stop applauding celebrities like Meghan? It implies that Meghan, like her only goal was to receive applause. You know what I'm saying? It makes it seem like Meghan showed up, took pictures without makeup, and now she's waiting at home, scouring the internet, hoping that someone is addressing the fact that she didn't have makeup on. That's the tone of that headline. As though Meghan did that so that it would draw some type of negative reaction from people who would not feel inclined to go makeup free or do not, have the ability to do that for whatever reason. I don't know. But as I said the other day, I showed you what article, how many was it? 50 celebrities that have gone makeup free. And yet it was never a thing until Meghan went for that photo shoot. And now this poor, what's her name? Katie Rosinski. Now she can't sleep at night. Meghan has caused her sleepless nights because she went makeup free. Because she wants people to believe that Meghan is waiting for applause. She's thinking too much. She's being extra. Okay, Joan Lawman. Oh, you gifted 5 memberships. Oh my, what's going on with my bell? Thank you so much for that. That is very generous. Hey, Connie Balmer. And apropos of your generosity, we got to give you some flowers. So thank you very much. And congratulations to the lucky recipients of those memberships. So thank you very much. Really, really do appreciate that. I've never seen anyone get shamed for looking good without makeup. Racism is the hell of a sickness in the UK media. 2 different articles, 2 different journalists, 2 different, what is that, YT? Anyway, suddenly feel the need to get vocal about makeup-free covers when it's Meghan. Yeah, it was kind of all of a sudden. I mean, we've been seeing this trend for a while, and now it is a problem. It is a problem. Meghan has created problems by going makeup free. She's, I I guess, showing off or something like that. Meghan has always been about women's empowerment. Everybody knows that. And what is more empowering than going makeup free? You know, there has been a trend in Brazil in recent years where women in Brazil, Black women in Brazil, have embraced their Blackness. Their African side is being embraced. They want people to realize that Black is beautiful, that we don't need to straighten our hair so that we can be accepted. So they have salons in Brazil. I know they have them here in the US too, but they have salons that cater to women that wear their hair natural. And that's a beautiful thing. Because in Brazil, they, even though the majority of the people there have some African ancestry, it's not always the friendliest place for people of color, for Black people. So it is a huge step in the right direction. A huge step in the right direction. And I guess you could accuse someone who goes with natural hair of trying to get attention or trying to whatever they accuse them of. But, there's trends. And right now, the no makeup look is a trend. And Meghan has been, one of the people that we've seen for years that has gone very minimal with the makeup, very minimal. And she's been like that for I don't know how long, but yeah, that's been her thing as of late. And she's not the only one. But she's taken the heat for other people. Now, this young lady has a thing to say. I will play that for you. In the Harper's Bazaar. Uh-oh. There you go.
In the Harper's Bazaar article about Princess Meghan, I realized something, that she is between two worlds. So I know the trolls, other people are going to get really upset when obviously the place she and Prince Harry were staying in New York had a butler who introduces people. So they introduced her as the Duchess of Sussex to her guests who had arrived. People are going to be so upset with that, but I loved that part. People want so badly for her to not be a part of the royal family and a part of the aristocracy. But the truth is that she is. She just is. She's a part of the aristocracy and she's a part of the royal family. And to be in both worlds where, oh yeah, no, obviously I'm a normal person and you can call me Meg or Megan or what have you, but I'm also part of this other world where, yes, I still am the Duchess of Sussex. That is who I am now. I married this prince. My children are prince and princesses, and there's a certain way in which aristocracy moves. And yes, I am the Duchess of Sussex. Own that. People are upset that she is owning that she is married to Prince Harry, who is a part of the British royal family and makes her a part of the British royal family. I think they want her to disconnect that part, as if her children aren't in line to the throne and as if her husband is not in line to the throne. It is now a part of her identity because she married this person and her kids. This is now part of their identity. They are in the royal family, regardless if they, remove princess titles, regardless if they remove all the titles, they are still a part of the royal family, including Meghan. And people want her to disassociate from that and to say she's just this, she's just, well, no, she isn't. Same way the complaints came in about the BBC using Kate Middleton's name. No, she's going to be the future queen. She's a part of the royal family. And those people want her to be able to relish in that, and they want to honor that. But when it comes to Meghan, they want her to disassociate herself from that, which she never can. And so her deciding to rise up and say, yes, this is who I am, is making them upset. And I partly love that. I love that. Because she is the Duchess of Sussex. And I bet, I'm not, this is my opinion, but I bet Prince Harry told her, hey, this is a part of who you are now. You're a part of the royal family. Walk in that. You know, yeah, they're regular people, but she is now walking in two worlds where she's Meg and Meghan, but she's also the Duchess of Sussex. And that's just what it is. After reading.
Okay. So I think that was quite apropos, and I'm going to give her some flowers for that. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what her TikTok is because whoever shared this, that part of it, I believe, got cut off, or maybe it wasn't on TikTok or whatever. But anyway, if I find out who she is, I will share that with you. But anyway, thank you very much. That's right. You have to walk in that. Now, this is, what's her name? Victoria Jackson, I think was her name. This is the lady that they were whining and complaining and whinging about. It has been reported that Harry and Meghan have stayed at several of her homes on the East Coast, the West Coast, that they have access to her private jet. And not just any private jet. It is fully loaded. And that they have used that on occasion. Now, we don't know what the nature of those arrangements are, but I'll say this. If they are hoping that the Sussexes are doing anything on the level of a, Andrew and Sarah, they could forget about that. The Sussexes have acted above board in everything. And believe me, if there was a there, they would have found something by now, and they just can't. They're so desperate, they had to stalk the state of California and find that the Sussexes filed, what was it, their whatever that is for their foundation was turned in late or whatever. Was it their tax form? It was missing a signature. Not their fault. I think it was missing. Oh no, was it a signature or was it a post date or something? But anyway, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, came forward and said it was not their fault. They are not responsible for this error. They are not the guilty parties. Do not blame the Sussexes, who work very hard and help a lot of people. I'm paraphrasing. But that's how desperate they are, is that they had to find something so insignificant, something that they could access from public records. Not that they got someone to tell on them or expose them in some type of way. That was it. And believe me, they are going to be just as squeaky clean as Barack and Michelle Obama. That is the model in which they have shaped their post-royal life. And as far as I'm concerned, they are going to do very well by using that as a guide, using the Obama's post-presidential life as a guide. You can't go wrong. So no drama, Obama, and they ain't got nothing on the Sussexes. Not a thing. They have been vetted like they're running for president of the United States. And if you know anything about a presidential election, if there was a there, they'd have found it by now. But there's not. Unlike the president, they don't get a honeymoon. There's no honeymoon period for them. It's sink or swim. All right, so there's this. How much does a monarchy cost? How much does a royal family really cost the British public? The Windsors are by far the most expensive royal family in Europe, with events such as the coronation, weddings, and funerals all funded by the UK taxpayers. Diehard Republican Norman Baker crunches the numbers. So for years, they have been telling people that the royal family cost $132 million. Even this particular article, they're saying that. You see there? $132 million. And of course, at some point, there has been a cost of living raise given to them. Now, they say a lot of that has to do with the repairs or renovation of Buckingham Palace, which is supposed to cost about 300 million pounds. Whatever it is, they are taking in a lot of money. That is the breakdown on the left side that the royal family want you to believe. And remember, they cost that much money because they bring in the tourists. We know that's not true. We've had many discussions about it. There is no truth to that. There is no merit to this idea that the royal family brings in the tourists. They do not. And we have evidence. Anyway, so the British royal family, 132.1 million. The Netherlands, 46. Norway, 24. Belgium, 12.5. Sweden, 11.5. Denmark, 10.8. And Spain, a bargain at just 7.4 million euros, or pounds, rather. Pounds. These are all pounds. Okay, so take a look at the calculation there on the left side, on the right side. Take a look at that one. Expenditures from the sovereign grant and surplus. Well, that's closer to what they say, 108.9 million. State buildings used by the royal family. That's almost 100 million right there. Duchy of Cornwall profit gains, 65.3. Duchy of Lancaster. So remember, Duchy of Cornwall, that belongs to the Prince of Wales. That is the duchy that is for the Prince of Wales. It's like their ATM, their piggy bank. And then the Duchy of Lancaster, that always goes to the sovereign. And that is the sovereign's personal money, piggy bank and such. It gives them an income so that they don't turn into Prince Andrew. That's really what it's for. It is so that the heir and the sovereign have so much money that they don't need to borrow money from, some shady characters. A lot of kings and some queens, they have borrowed money for things like war and all that kind of stuff. Well, nowadays they have those duchies that gives them a perpetual upkeep fund. So no more borrowing. They have a surplus of money. And then there's the cost of the councils, which is, what is that? Oh, I missed the Royal Collection net surplus. I believe that comes from like what, the artwork and everything. Is that right? Is that what they make from the art? Like when people pay to go to like the Royal Collection? I'm not sure. But let's see, security 150 million. Almost half of their operating costs, not almost half, but anyway, a lot of it. 150 million pounds. 150 million pounds. And that's without the Sussexes. Now, if you're wondering why is it so expensive, don't forget the royal properties, they all have their own police station. Somewhere on the property, they have a little hut set up. They have communications. They're maintaining a security perimeter, motion detectors, cameras, all of that stuff. And trust me, the price has gone up because Will and Kate have a new forever home. And of course, costs met by government departments and Crown Estate, and all the other stuff that you see there. It costs money. 510.2 million pounds every year. The British royal family costs the taxpayers $500 million. There are some countries that don't spend that kind of money on defense. Hell, there are some countries that don't have that much money. Isn't that a lot of money to pay for Will and Kate to not show up? Isn't it? That is a lot of money to pay for Will and Kate to not show up. That's a lot of money to pay to make sure Charles is safe while he's yelling at the gardeners, to make sure that Camilla is safe when she goes staggering out of some pub, lit up like a Christmas tree. That's a lot of money. And don't forget, they set up security at Ray Mill. That's where Camilla's private home is located, a home that she still uses every day. She doesn't even live with Charles. All of that home wrecking, and she don't even live with him. She pops in and out as she pleases. The only time they're going to spend time together for a long period is when they end up in that storm cellar over at the St. George Chapel. And you know what? There has been no word from Buckingham Palace to dispute that claim of £500 million a year. They have not denied it. They are not in a position to deny it because it happens to be true. They cost the British taxpayers £500 million a year. But it's not a total waste because we have gotten some great material out of that, have we not? We have got some great material out of that. So it's not a total waste. We do get to laugh at them. See there? And that's how much they cost. That's Denmark. That's Spain, Denmark. Is that not Sweden, Norway, or Sweden? One or the other. The Netherlands. I believe Belgium on the right. I think that's Sweden on the. I don't know which one that is. Kate Middleton opens up about her hair, blondest hair ever for first time, revealing reason for new look. This girl still is telling people that the summer sun bleached her hair. Now, I do recognize that that's in all likelihood a ridiculous wig. Whatever it is, you cannot go around telling people that the sun turned your hair into muskrat brown. That's just not true. And there's nobody calling her out on it. Because of the invisible contract, nobody calls her out on it. That is totally untrue. The sun has not fried her hair, or whose ever hair that is. The sun has not done that to her. She did that to her. And they let her get away with it. Let's see. Dinner was a flop, so need the hair to redirect. Oh, there you go. There you go. The hair is the distraction. Thank you for the super chat, Legs. Oh, you know what? Am I just about oh, I'm almost done, you guys. You see this? Kate has upped her suits game. I do believe that this new Kate was supposed to wow people with her Roland, what is his name? Roland, oh gosh, Murad, whatever his name is. That suit on the left, that is that Roland such and such suit. And then there's the one where she looks like she's a detective on some cop show. I made sure I gave her a badge for effect. And then there's the pea green suit, which I like that one. And then there's this other one, which screams, she ain't got no booty, or whatever. I don't care what you put on Kate Middleton. The value of it begins to decline the minute she puts it on. Nothing ever looks so expensive. She has a certain way of cheapening a brand, which is why so many of her favorite designers have gone out of business. It's not a blessing for Kate to wear your stuff. It's a curse. She will close the doors for you. I'm telling you, she will shut it down. You don't ever want to bet your business on Kate showing up in your clothes. I mean, look at what she does to him. Look at what she does. And she's not homely. She's homely acting. You know what I mean? She's very awkward. There's nothing poised or elegant about her. Really, nothing. And this is why they go out of business. Nobody wants to pay that much money to look frumpy. But I do believe that pea green suit, the one that's second from the left, second from the right, I believe that was supposed to be like a major moment for her. And it just did not happen. And you know why it didn't happen? There's a few reasons. Number one, it's Kate. Number two, it's Kate. And number three, Paris. Paris. That's why it didn't work. None of her stuff ever makes it off the shores of the United Kingdom. There's no global reach. I cannot remember the last time Kate wore something that everybody talked about. I can't remember. I think it was when she wore that gold dress. You know, the one that Martha Stewart has almost an identical copy. I wonder if they went out of business. I wonder if they went out of business too. I don't know. But everything she touched is going to fail. Vampire's wife or bride or whatever it is, they all fall. Whether they fall sooner or later, if you want to shut down, if you feel like you want to retire, but you don't want to have to say goodbye, just let Kate wear your stuff. You'll be retired before you know it. Or in debtor's prison. Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super chat. And as always, thank you for being a member and a moderator. Greatly appreciate it. But there's someone who's almost twice Kate's age and could take a punch better than any man I know. Now that's someone looking elegant in a suit. Yes, they may have butterfly collars. Yes, they are probably made of some synthetic fabric, but it doesn't matter. She always looks good. She's always on point. And that, of course, is the Princess Royale, Princess Anne. Whether her creases are sewn in or ironed, she has a certain Hugh Hefner energy or something like that, but she always looks good in a suit. Yep, always. So, yeah, you cannot come for her. She's just as elegant as Lou Rawls, Jerry Butler. Give me some more names. Anyway, you guys, I am done for now. Thank you so much. And thank you as always for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you again, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Cheers.